Why is it that a compelling story can bring the past to life, transforming names on a family tree into vivid characters with rich, complex lives? Welcome to the captivating world of genealogy, where the art of storytelling is not just a tool, but the very heart of the journey. The quest begins with a spark of curiosity, a desire to uncover the past. It's like standing at the foot of a vast mountain, armed only with a sense of wonder and the hope of what you might discover. The climb isn't easy. It's a journey filled with countless hours spent poring over old letters, dusty census records, and faded photographs, each a precious clue to the lives of those who came before. These artifacts are the puzzle pieces of your ancestry. Alone, they are cold and lifeless, mere facts and figures. But woven together, they form a tapestry of lives lived, of love and loss, triumph and tragedy. Each name becomes a character, each date a milestone, and each place a setting. Suddenly, a list of names transforms into a bustling family reunion, their stories echoing across the generations. Consider the tale of a great-great-grandmother who crossed the Atlantic in search of a better life. A single line in a ship's manifesto hints at her courage and determination. But imagine the story that could be spun from that one fact. Picture her standing on the deck, her heart pounding with fear and excitement as she gazes at the vast, unknown horizon. That's the power of storytelling in genealogy. The transformation from dry fact to engaging narrative isn't just about making history more interesting. It's about making it personal. It's about connecting with those who came before us and understanding how their choices, their struggles, and their triumphs have shaped who we are today. To summarize, storytelling is an essential element of genealogy. It takes the cold, hard facts of our ancestry and breathes life into them, turning our forebears from abstract concepts into real, relatable people. It's about more than just discovering who our ancestors were. It's about understanding their lives, their experiences, and how they've shaped our own identity. The process of creating engaging narratives from genealogical research is a journey of discovery and creativity. It's about piecing together the puzzle of our past, using the facts as a foundation and our imagination as the architect. It's about transforming the echoes of history into the symphony of our family story. So remember, the next time you find yourself lost in a sea of dates and names, don't just see the facts. See the potential stories, the lives lived, the tales waiting to be told. Because in genealogy, it's not just about tracing our roots. It's about telling our story, the story of us. Story of
what does it mean to live on the knife's edge, to defy death time and again? Welcome to the extraordinary life of David, a man whose story, set against the harsh backdrop of Siberia, is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Born in the eastern Siberian city of Irkutsk to Itzko Meyer Lizer Johimovich and Genya Gershevna Selector, David was the single precious jewel in his parents' crown. On the 8th day of his life, he was circumcised, as was the custom of his ancestors. His father, an ardent admirer of Chekhov, would often read to him, possibly sparking David's own passion for the written word. David's early life was marked by a strong drive for journalism. His school days were filled with writing for the Wall newspaper, and his high school years saw him darting around the city as a correspondent. His first love led to his first marriage and the birth of his daughter Bella. After graduating from the journalism department, David, brimming with patriotism, volunteered for war. His father, Isai, in a solemn ceremony at the synagogue, gave David the second name, Haim, meaning life. Little did they know then how apt this name would be, for David was to face death, not once, not twice, but 4 times, and each time he would defy it. The first time, after consuming a fatal dose of vodka, he staggered through the streets of Moscow, a city under martial law, with a loaded gun in his hand. Miraculously, he survived. The second time, an urgent dispatch saved him from boarding a train that was later bombed. The third time, a toothache and a grumpy commander saved him from an exploded dugout. Each time, death seemed to reach out for him, only to be foiled at the last moment. The fourth time, death seemed to have a cunning plan. David, tasked with executing a soldier, could not carry it out. Accepting his fate, he offered himself up for execution. However, fate, or perhaps his namesake, life, intervened once again. An air raid postponed the tribunal, and a subsequent injury had everyone believe he was dead. But David, resilient as ever, woke up in a hospital in Vladimir, escaping death's grasp once again. David's life is an extraordinary tale of resilience, of a man who, time and again, stared into the face of death and emerged victorious. His life journey, from his birth in Siberia to his experiences in war, is a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity. David's story is a reminder that life, in all its unpredictability, is a precious gift, one that should be cherished and lived to the fullest.
David was wounded in both arms and his temple. The piece of bomb would only be pulled out back in 1968. It was that soldier, Kazaa, sentenced to death, who saved David from death by covering himself during the bombing. He died himself. The parents, having received the funeral, went completely crazy. Anna, David's mother, went crazy while sending her son to the front. She was the only one on the platform who laughed. Returning from the front and entering the rickety little house, David saw his parents with lice jumping on them. The house is damp. Mother was lying down. The father was sitting. She didn't recognize him. "You said you are a handsome soldier, but my David is more beautiful." In a chest with linen, he found rotting bread and sweets that his parents had put aside for their son while waiting for him these years. David quickly found firewood and heated the house. Soon after a year, Anna died. At a school party after the war, David met his second wife Galina, with whom they had daughters Anna and Elena. David had a lot of work ahead of him in the USSR media.